Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. We're excited for today's video. So it's Saturday, and Saturdays I do Cellar Saturday, where I drink something off the shelves behind me, typically. And that is the case with this one. So I found that I have some 2015 beers. So I want to pull those to do 10 years in the bottle. So this is one of them. I have a couple off screen. The three I'm thinking of are all stouts, but I'm going to have to look at all of them to see if I have other 2015s. But anyway, it's Avery Brewing Company, Uncle Jacob Stout. I definitely used to love this beer. Haven't had in a while. If I'm being honest, Avery is one of those breweries that I'm not 100% sure exists anymore because I never see new products from them. A couple dusty things on the shelf at the beer store. I haven't seen new stuff, so maybe they still exist but are less distribution or something. Anyway, I certainly have not seen this beer in a long time, so that's why I haven't had it in a while. So this is from 2015, like I said, specifically February, so it's actually over 10 years old. Uncle Jacob Stout, if I didn't say that already. Bigger ABV, 16.9%. Served 45 to 55 degrees. This was 50 in my beer cellar, or my beer fridge. Yeah. What else to say? It's a bourbon barrel aged stout. What was a tweak? We used to get tweak a lot. Well, not a lot, but if you could score tweak, that was always rad. And this one. Okay. I guess I didn't. I was like, oh, is it gonna make some of that foil get cut and fall in? I don't think so. All right, no wax sealing. The other two I have off camera, I did wax seal back in the day, so no wax sealing. I gotta tell you though, that head has me pretty excited that this beer has not gone sideways or certainly hasn't gone flat or anything in a decade. It is very not dirty brown, but it's all right. So I don't know how the light for you guys and the camera and everything. It's pretty close to black, but it's just stupid dark brown, but almost looks like, not that I see particulates, it's almost like a hazy, I don't know. I think I'm overdoing my attempt to describe it. It's a super, super, super dark brown into black beer. Little bit of a cola vibe where it's thinner, about a quarter of a finger of a mocha head, pretty compact bubbles. Looks good. Let's get the aroma. I do like the aroma. This smells good. There is a hint of staleness. This doesn't matter which way I face it. I like both sides. I like the black is beautiful, and I like that on the other side. There's a little bit of a staleness to it. It's not cardboardy. It's not there's no tart cherry. There's nothing off, but it does smell past prime. It does smell like it. I don't want to say fell off. Just like the stuff's there, just a little muted. Nice caramel, some chocolate for sure. Bourbon comes through. Oak comes through. Maybe a kiss of molasses. Yeah, it's all that stuff, which are the things I typically want in a barrel, bourbon barrel aged stout. Like coconut's always nice. A lot of vanilla's always nice. I know. I don't get either of those, but chocolate, stout like this. Yep, I want chocolate. I want bourbon to come through. Some caramel I always like. The adult candy barness of it all. The deconstructed fancy restaurant candy bar. But all that is through the lens of faded, really. Still fading, I suppose, but faded. So not muted, but there's a filter, right? And that filter is, I can't think of the right term, or the term I want to use, just faded. Anyway. Let's get into the taste of it all. This is getting off the rails. Cheers. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Same thing happened both sips. So, yeah, I'm spending all this time on the aroma. It's clearly past its prime, but still smells really good. Here's what I get through this filter, through this lens of faded, of fallen, but not sideways. Not just, but not less. It's not like chocolate used to be this intense and now it's this intense. It's not like that thing. It's just like the chocolate's still there, but now it's got this filter of overage now, of staleness. That's the word I meant to say earlier. I know I said it way earlier. Staleness. But like, you left the chocolate bar in the cupboard for too long and now it's still very chocolatey, but it's a little stale, you know? That's the word I'm thinking of. Was thinking of. Then I take a sip. And it's pretty fresh tasting. And then I think I made a noise and probably made a face. Then it kicks in where all those awesome flavors I want are there. Then there is some staleness to the second half of the sip. Into the finish, but not like overwhelmingly into the finish. That's why I took that second sip immediately to see if it was still going to seem fresh initial sip. And at least doing it back to back, those two sips, it was fresh. And then the staleness comes in, but still on those good flavors. So the taste is like the aroma. There is some staleness. It's definitely past its prime. It drinks past its prime, but has held up very well. To talk about another positive, I have warming the chest, zero burn, 16.9% ABV, zero burn. That's incredible. One of the benefits of aging. Flavors are certainly melded together. Benefit of aging. But aged too long, I guess so, because there is that staleness for sure. I've been talking for a while. I really want to take another sip and see if the same thing happens as the first two. See if I get anything else. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm glad I did that. The freshness actually lasted longer. And maybe that was true of the first two sips. Maybe I just had to get used to it on my palate. And the staleness really hit in the finish. That's interesting. Maybe because I took the sips kind of too back to back, I didn't quite process it correctly. Because I doubt it would have changed from that amount of time or anything. This is drinking pretty good. That third sip, that sip I just took, I'm not mad at that at all. Little roasty on the way to smoky, or it's roasty on the way to smoky, but not full on. Good amount of bourbon comes through. The oak for sure is there. Makes me wonder how long it was barrel aged for. Great level of chocolate. Some of that caramel. You know what? There is a little bit of vanilla. There's just a little bit of coconut I'm getting. Not a lot of... I'm trying to think of stuff I can get in beers like this that I'm not getting here. I'm getting a lot of... Oh, a little bit of molasses. So molasses really hits in the finish. It kind of... Not that I think molasses is stale, but it's like really interwoven with this staleness that I keep, relying on that word to articulate what I'm experiencing. But I like molasses in this. I don't get berry. That's where I was going to go with things I don't get. It's one of the things that you can in this style that I'm not really getting. Government warning stuff. Ugh. Tiny font. Brewed and bottled by Avery Brewing Company, Boulder, Colorado. Jacob Spears, our sixth great-grand uncle, is credited as the first distiller to label his whiskey bourbon. That's cool. I don't remember that at all. He built his distillery in Bourbon County, Kentucky in 1790, 203 years before we began brewing. Well, obviously a bit too late to produce Uncle Jacob's wash. I think it says wash. We're instead we've instead created something far more complex. In his honor, we present this robust, silky smooth. I mean, it is smooth. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. So I don't typically refer to things as silky smooth. It is smooth. That is, it's not super thin. You know, I think this kind of beer, this style of beer, has gotten thicker as time has gone on. I've had way thinner bourbon barrel aged stouts, and I've had way fuller. So like, is it medium body? It's medium of the road for what I've experienced. That's for sure. Full bodied. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of flavor, but like full bodied. For the time this came out, it probably was full bodied. Full flavored for sure. That's how I processed it when I first read it. An altogether extremely American rendition of an imperial stout aged for 6 months. It was only aged for 6 months in barrel. Wow. In the finest bourbon barrels. This explains a lot about our Panache. For big brews, it's in our blood. Tiny font. That might be smaller than Treehouse. That is, I think, smaller than Treehouse's font. But I did it because it was white on a darker background, which made it easier to read. Anyway. Yeah, those are cool tasting notes without being super tasting notes. Should I do another sip? This is probably a relatively long review. I'll do another sip and then I'll wrap it up. See, that sip was interesting. The staleness creeped in a little earlier than like the finish. You know, I keep getting the light is caught on this. It's because I'm reviewing this a little earlier than I normally do, and it's where the sun is. I'm like, the lights are where the lights are always, and this has never happened before. But there's a little bit of just enough sun. It's like the perfect time for me to be annoyed by it. Anyway. Oh. The creep. Yeah, it was creeping in a little bit more, the staleness, a little earlier. I'm not mad at it. It is past its peak, past its prime. Has the flavors I want. It's way less boozy than I remember it, which makes sense because it is high ABV, but it's been aging for a while. I'm repeating myself. I've repeated myself a lot in this video. I've rambled a lot in this video. I've gone on off topic. I've gotten brain fog a lot in this video. Quite the Cellar Saturday video. What are you guys drinking? What are your thoughts on this beer? Have you had it? Is Avery still a brewery? I'm going to look it up after this video, but it helps the algorithm if you want to answer it. If it is still open, if you had anything of their stuff recently, anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get those conversations going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's no hype beer reviews about those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.